Hello viewers, Super GT here. Welcome back to some P-Class action. And yeah, it's been a while, but I thought I'd head back to see the banter in this class. We head off to the world-renowned Rio circuit, obviously well known for its LMP1 races and Group C races over the years. You know the drill. As we go into turn one, someone's not going to start, and then we're just going to have an orgy of destruction as people simply don't give anyone or each other any room at all. So bit of a mess through turn one. Turn two is a little bit better. When you've got a very tight, narrow street circuit and very high power cars, that is always going to be the carnage. That's always going to be the result. As we head already up into third place. Now, I am using the most OP car in the class, of course. If you don't use this car, then you stand no chance. We established that actually in the comments section of the previous video of P-Class racing. Basically, if you don't have this car, or used to be the 787B, if you don't have this car now, then basically you might as well just finish last, because that's what's going to happen to you. So coming through these chicanes, very narrow indeed, and the margins are very fine, of course, when you're going flat out through there at 150 miles an hour. It can be very fine line between success and killing yourself in the wall. We move then to lap number 3, slowly catching up with the guy in second. First place is long gone, very little chance of that. Now he's deploying the tyres here, trying to throw some tyres into my path to slow me down. It hasn't quite worked as I chase him down the hill into the fast left. Very scary corner in this car. And then into the bumpy chicane, pushing that to the absolute limit against the wall there. Really not much room left for manoeuvre there as we head into the final couple of turns. I think he's in the Peugeot actually, so I should really be beating him, given that this car is just so OP. As we come around the long final right-hander at 190 miles an hour now, as we go into the first turn, flat out, easily flat out through there, 190 miles an hour, no problem. A little bit of a lift and brake into turn number 2. We've got a better exit, we've got a back marker as well, just worrying whether that back marker is going to slam us off, but thankfully he doesn't. I think he actually slammed himself off. As I look behind there, he's actually facing the wrong direction. As we head into the tunnel for the 4th of 5 times. Now I have a gap of around 100 feet to the guy behind, and he deployed the tyres on me last lap, so I'm going to deploy an even more sketchy method on him here as I almost go into the wall as we go down the hill. What I'm going to do is go around here a little bit too quick, slam into the wall, and then he's going to hit me, and then I'm going to get away better than what he does, and now the gap goes up to about 300 or 400 feet. So it's a very risky manoeuvre, it's a risky tactic, that one, but actually I pulled it off to perfection there. That was 100% intentional. So come across the line, 5th lap of 5, 2nd place, so still not a win, but we're going to see if that can be resolved here at Brands Hatch. Now of course it's a very tricky first little turn here at Brands Hatch. I'm going to try to be as careful as possible, but obviously someone else isn't, and he's just going to tap me round. I think the guy behind me was hit by someone else, so I was a victim of someone's lack of understanding through the first turn. Obviously you have to be a little bit more careful than that. So 10th place, people were dropping like flies in this lobby because it was just pure death. One guy leaves there, and then, well, coming up this little straight up into the left-hander, 3 places up into 6th, and then this guy goes wide, and there's another position, so that's like 4 positions in about 2 seconds. Nice work. Can we get up into a podium position? Let's see. As we go flying up into the long right, there's one person off, so that's 4th. And then, well, there's another guy off, so that's 3rd. So that was probably the easiest little comeback there of all time. And then as I come across the line, tried to spin over the line, but I completely failed, finishing 3rd. And then we head off to the other world-renowned LMP1 and Group C circuit, Lime Rock Park. And I'm on pole somehow. I don't know really how that happened. Well, I do know, because obviously I got the quickest lap in the previous race. But a Lambo goes flying past me, tries to block me off, then he goes a little bit wide. So I'm immediately back into 1st place. And if you thought that this was just going to be an easy stroll in the park from lights to flag, well, you're very much mistaken, because this race really did not go to plan. Well, at least not to begin with, or from about lap 2 or 3 onwards. You'll see. That's why you're watching, I guess, because you want to see what happens. Anyway, coming through into the downhill, launching it into there, the car just has so much grip. As we come across the line, we have developed a very nice gap. I thought that guy was a rammer, so I was going to head towards him before moving out, just in case he wanted to ram me off. I think he's just not playing, so we just have an inactive player. So this lobby has 19 players in it, like right now, around a very small track in P-Class cars. So one thing I have deduced quite quickly is that we're going to have back markers, and with back markers it always creates trouble. Like literally 100% of cases of back markers means trouble. It's just 100% correlation between back markers and just pure death. So I'm looking forward to that, of course, as we head on to lap number 3. So the first 2 laps, first quarter of the race has gone okay so far. Let's hope that continue, as I actually sort out my apex there, pivoting the car a little bit more nicely around the left-hander. And then the uphill corner here, you can just kind of throw it in 4th gear and then get on the gas. Oh, a little bit early as I go a little bit wide onto the grass. Now we have our first case of back marker syndrome as we come through the right-hander. I just tried to move to the right-hand side and I messed myself up completely. I was perhaps being too reliant on the other guy. I was just hoping that he would take the normal racing line by moving out to the left-hand side on the exit of turns, you know, as you do. But of course he didn't, which, to be fair, these cars can be fairly tricky to control, so I can't always expect people to take the perfect racing lines, as I did there, and actually messed myself up as a result. Going down into 2nd, a self-induced gunshot wound here. I have totally messed myself up, so I've got some work to do as we head uphill. And the guy ahead catching up with another back marker, goes wide and he's just going to come across. I have to slow right down, get on the anchors, and 3rd place is going to come flying through. He goes wide as well, and it's to be a drag race between the 2 Jags down the main straight. We've both actually got Lewis Hamilton inspired paint jobs here as we come through the long big bend, turn number 1. It is actually called the big bend. This is called the left-hander because it's a left-hander, and this corner here is called the right-hander because it's a right-hander. And then we go along the no-name straight into the uphill because it's uphill. Yeah, really original names here. So still in 2nd, just trying to reel this guy in. We do have 3 more laps remaining. It's a nice little 3-way battle here for the lead. I still have that guy behind me in the other Jag. As we come up the main straight, just trying to tuck into the slipstream as much as possible. Another back marker up ahead, another 2 back markers ahead. So more trouble in store for us. Can we negotiate these guys quickly? He's gone wide. I've gone around the outside in a brave manoeuvre back up into 1st place. And he's just going to put his nose where it honestly does not belong. And, well, he's going to lose a bit of time there. I really didn't think that he should have gone for that move. It wasn't really on at all. Mazda 787B, the old OP car, thankfully, there's just that moment when you go next to a back marker, and then there's just that sigh of relief when you get past them and you know that they can't sideswipe the hell out of you. Of course he could have just rammed me off there. He could have just no-braked me and just annihilated me from behind. And thankfully that didn't happen. So still in 1st place as we start lap number 7. 1.5 laps remaining now. Can I keep my cool, keep my composure to the end of this race? Let's see, shall we? Hitting the tyres, hitting the wall, nearly, or hitting the grass. It can become very messy in this car, and it has done. It's come downhill. Big moment. Luckily, I did not lose complete control of the car. 2nd place is looking at that, licking his lips. He sees that I have made a big, costly error, and he's within 100 feet now. So he's going to be smelling blood, trying to get me on this last lap. We have a back marker headed. Thankfully, he's gone off the track. He's not going to affect us, although he did deploy a smoke screen, trying to fight our way through the tyres without hitting any of them. We do know they slow you down if you hit them, so definitely try to avoid them wherever possible. Just 2 corners left. Can I do it? A little bit wide through there. He's within 60 feet. He's very close. I can't make a mistake with the final turn, and I've absolutely nailed it. Oh, he's made a mistake. So I'm going to come across the line to win. And wow, first place eventually in the lobby, but I really did have to work for that one. Mostly self-induced stuff, but a win nevertheless. There are the results, and there's proof that you'd have to have the Jaguar if you want to stand any chance of winning, which is fairly annoying. It'd be good if there was a bit more balance, but hey ho, that's not the way it is, so we have to deal with it. But yeah, that's the end of this one, guys. I do hope you enjoyed some more P-Class action, and I do hope, if you are new to the channel, that you'd subscribe, hit the like button if you did enjoy, and I shall see you next time. Thank you for watching. As always, goodbye.